Hello. Hey, guys. Um, Flora had the wonderful idea of us starting a podcast, kind of.
Oh gosh, yes.
We're going to be putting it on YouTube. I did look into putting it on like Spotify and stuff, and it was way too complicated for me to know anything about computers and code and all that. So we're just going to be putting it on YouTube, and I think this is really great. It'll give us a chance to kind of catch up because Flora and I, we know each other pretty well,
Yeah.
but I think this will give us
More time to talk.
about time to talk about other stuff that we might not get to.
Yes.
So, what are you most excited about starting this podcast?
For me, I don't know, just I guess just like talking and it's like being able to catch up, even though we do catch up on our own daily basis. Like this is just like maybe there's interesting stories that I don't even know about you. Yeah, I don't know. What about you?
Just like I said, just catching up. I mean, this is different from most anything I've done. Like doing YouTube has been different from anything I've done before. But I think we're both kind of the same where we're just pretty go with the flow people and we don't like conflict and we're not very like strongly opinionated about most stuff. And so I think this will force us to be like, I have this opinion about this and talk about it. So I think that'll be cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So our first topic for the day is turning 21.
Okay. So Mary turned 21 first, actually. She is a year older than me. I mean, a year.
A week.
A week older than me. Wow, I can't believe I said a year.
Yeah, it feels like a year because our birthdays are right around the cutoff point to where grades are, like when you go into kindergarten. And so
Yeah.
I am technically a grade above Flora, but then we're only a week apart.
Mm-hmm. It's just a week apart, but we're a year apart in grade-wise.
So, we did talk about this, but what did you do for your 21st birthday?
Well, our birthdays tend to fall on school starts and stuff. So the first half was actually me at school. Nothing interesting there, just the start of school and like them trying to get us in the syllabus and trying to get us into things. And then after school, let's see, it was a Wednesday. What else did I say? It was a Wednesday, so I was working actually, so I went to work, and then after work, I came home finally, and then I like was doing some like schoolwork. It all evolves around school, and then at night, my sister asked if what I wanted for dinner, and I just said Chinese food, and and I got Chinese food, and they got me like an ice cream cake. So that's pretty much my birthday. Nothing exciting, and kind of, but it's whatever. What about you, Mary?
So my 21st birthday was on a Wednesday, and it was my first day of in-person classes. So for pharmacy school, we did orientation, and I had online classes beforehand, but this was my first day going into class. So I was there from like 8 to 5, which, it's unfortunate that I don't get to meet as many people. We were talking about this. I don't get to make, friends right off the bat because we're all sitting a seat away from each other with masks on. And then I went home and all I really wanted was Chinese food. So Flora and I were talking about our birthdays yesterday and realized we both got Chinese food for our birthday.
Yeah. That was hilarious. When we both found out that we both got Chinese food, we were just like, whoa. We think alike too much.
All right. So what was the first drink you've ever had?
That I don't know. One that I can remember is one of those Seagram Escape. Um, the only reason why I like those is because they don't really have a lot of alcohol in them, and I don't like the smell or taste of alcohol. So I'm not really going to be much of a big drinker or anything, but yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, that's the only drink I've ever had. Um, I probably had like sips of other different types, but I only remember the Seagram Escape. So yeah. What about you?
I'm in college. I went to college. I did have some sips of stuff here and there. Um, I don't really remember, like, growing up, we're Hmong, and we have these giant Hmong parties
Yes,
where there are literally cases of beer everywhere.
honestly.
It's not a party unless there's cases of beer.
Mhm.
But I've never been really a fan of beer, but I think the first drink I ever had was beer. And
Wow,
I
really?
have a story. Um, it was my freshman year of college, and I think it was around Easter. And what I used to do was, like, when I had really bad anxiety, was just, this is really bad, don't do this. I would just walk around campus at night by myself.
Oh my gosh.
um, I would tell people, like, yeah, I go walk by myself at night, and everybody gets mad at me. Thankfully, nothing ever happened. But on Easter, I had asked a friend to walk around with me because most people went home for Easter, but he wasn't. So we just walked around campus, and I remember we were outside the rec center, and there was just a case of beer on the side, and he saw it. I think it was Bud Light, and he just kicked it. And there were still like 4 or 5 cans of beer inside, like untouched and unopened and all that. And so he had a field day with it. He was like, "Oh my God, free beer."
Oh my gosh.
He just popped one open and started drinking it, and then he offered me some, and I tried it, and I was like, "Oh, that is not good." So another tip is, don't drink beer that you find off the side of the road.
Yes. Don't ever do that. What are you thinking?
It was, I mean, I kind of knew I wasn't gonna like beer because beer does not smell good.
Yeah, no, I never want to taste beer, and I never be near beer. Like Mary said, like we grew up with like cases of beers at parties and stuff. Like I just can't stand the smell, which is probably why I don't like the smell of alcohol as well too. It's just I don't know, I just don't. But yeah, but like you said, like I don't know, like again, like the only one brand that I remember drinking is the Seagram Escape. Like I don't remember, like even if I had sips, I don't remember. I don't know what brand they were. So
I didn't plan anything crazy for my 21st.
mm-hmm. Yeah, same.
Okay, so we're talking about our cakes.
Yes.
I definitely won.
Yeah. So as you guys have, if you guys haven't checked our channel out, we actually posted like us making our own cake or decorating our own cake on our birthdays, since our birthdays are a week apart, and we decided to see who could decorate the cake better. Mary did hers, and I did mine. And it was kind of funny because I saw Mary's, because Mary's was posted first. I saw Mary's, and hers was actually this like similar colors as mine, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, I definitely, when I saw Flora's, I was like, wow, we have the same wavelength. Like, we're just both on the same level.
Yes. And then like we both had trouble with the colorings, especially like it showing on camera, because like mine showed a lot brighter than it was in person, and then Mary's was like more lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, I wanted it to be yellow. So I used yellow food coloring, but in person, like when you looked at it, it was a peach color, like straight up. But on camera, it was yellow. Yellow I envisioned, but that was mind boggling.
It's okay. On camera, that's what you wanted it. So
Yeah, I guess that's what counts.
Yeah. But yeah, I love it because like you did like a design on your cake. Like I didn't even do a design on my cake. I cheated and did the little like spray squirt thingy.
I thought about like going out and getting piping bags and stuff, but I was like, I don't
Mhm.
know when I'll ever be decorating cakes again.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. So I like we both used Ziploc bags. Yeah, I don't know. It was funny.
And then I mean, I did not film the back of my cake. Like when I was filming it, you could see the back of the cake because I was decorating the front,
Mhm.
but I did not showcase the back at all because I just eventually gave up. I was just trying to cut so all the cake crumbs were mixed in with the frosting in the back.
Mhm.
It did not look good.
Oh, no, like, there was a lot of like it was crazy when I was doing mine because like the icing was like falling off, and like even at the end of the video, like the icing fell off, and I didn't even notice it. I didn't even notice that it fell off. I was like, oh my gosh, the icing, like that's embarrassing.
I was definitely nervous doing it in cursive because I practice the like fake calligraphy that you can do with pens and stuff.
Mhm.
But as I was doing it, I was like, gosh, I really don't know cursive as well as I thought, and I really hope I'm doing it right and remembering it right. And
Mhm.
so I still don't know because I said at the end of my video, it's like I don't know if that's a cursive
That was a
book.
B. Yeah, I think I
It
think
looks
you
like it says
yeah.
birthday, so
Yeah. I think it was a lowercase b. I don't know. I don't do a lot of cursive either. But you do a lot of good like calligraphy. Like like I know you're good with handwritten things. Like I've seen you with that. I don't know. You're better at art than I am.
that's not true. Flora and I both draw. I haven't really been doing pencil drawing. Um, and I've just been slacking with art lately. I have a bookshelf here that I kind of want to paint, but
Oh.
that's a project that I actually have to dedicate.
Yeah.
I thought about filming it. I might film it.
Yes, you
Well,
should. Comment down below if you want Mary to film
that means I actually have to do it.
it. You can take your time. If it's a week, it will be a week.
I don't know what to paint it with though, because I have oil paints. Because I sometimes do Bob Ross paintings. So I have oil paints, but I don't know if I can use oil paints all that. So we'll see. But
See, this is why I say Mary's a better artist than me. Because Mary does painting, she does digital art, she colors with colored pencils, and does pencil art. I just do pencil art or traditional pencil art things. I don't even color. Like if I even try coloring, I think I'm gonna ruin it. So like I'll try.
you are always busy. That's how I always see it. Flora's always busy.
Kind of, yeah, but I don't know. I really just like the black and white look. I don't know. I'm a pencil artist.
No, yeah, I totally understand. Because
I tried with like dual markers and stuff like that, and like I sometimes will work with those. Um, but I don't really have like a finished product one.
yeah, I understand. Because when I started doing digital art, you need to have a fine line, like a definite line as to where stuff
Mhm.
is. But with pencil, it's just like, I can shade a little bit here and it looks fine.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's definitely a change. But anyway, going back to our cake,
yeah. Getting off topic.
I definitely won the decorating.
No, I did.
I didn't even think to like grab something circular to make it a circle cake. I was just like, the rectangle, I can cut it in half to make it a smaller rectangle.
I was trying to make it hard for myself. And like honestly, I finished making it and I was like, why did I want it a circle cake in the first place?
That's a good idea though. Because I was thinking like, oh, I want to get a circle pan,
Mm.
but
No,
I
I was
didn't.
thinking of that too.
I actually went home that last weekend and grabbed a box cake that my mom already had and one of her pans and just took it back to my place here.
You stole your mom's cakes.
Yeah, and all she had was the lemon cake, so that's why I had a lemon.
Hey, you know what? I think I might give it to you because you had lemon cake. I love lemon cake.
Um, yeah. So anyway, you heard it here. I won.
Okay, fine. Mary won. Mary could win, but you know what? I had a bigger cake.
You did have a bigger.
I have a big family, so I made a big cake.
So we'll see what we'll do next year. Maybe we can do like, we should have done a drunk cake decorating. We should do that next year.
We could do that next year. That would be funny. I don't know, because I don't know if I'm ever going to reach the peak of being drunk.
I don't think I've drank to the point of being like, I'm not aware of what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. We'll
although,
make sure each of us take the same amount of shots. How about that?
we might metabolize it differently.
That's true.
We're gonna figure it out over the course of the year.
We will.
In 21, we'll figure out our alcohol intake.
Yeah, we have a year to figure out.
I'm not sure if we've ever celebrated our birthday together. I think once we had a sleepover.
Yeah, when we were kids, we used to celebrate, like not together, but like we would used to always like see each other for around our birthdays and stuff like that, because he used to live here in Pennsylvania. But she moved to North Carolina. When did you move to North Carolina?
I think it was 2011.
Yeah.
Almost 10 years.
Yeah. So, yeah, we had a sleepover. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we just always like spent birthdays together. Like, because like, I remember like we would always like get together, at least at my house, and then like we would have like 3 birthday cakes for you, me, and Gochi. And and like we would just always like blow out the candles there, and then honestly go outside in my front yard and play outside and stuff like that. So I don't know. We were young.
Yeah. All right, I have something.
Oh, what is it?
This thing, Flora did notice this thing unpacked.
Oh my gosh. I gotta get mine.
For our birthday, right?
Ron, I gotta get my headphones back up. Oh my gosh.
So Flora got this. You got this for our birthdays, right?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Flora's always been pretty good about getting us gifts for our birthdays. I've always been a slacker. It came with a little book, right? And a pen.
Yeah, it did. I lost that. I don't have that. But I remember we used to make this into a laptop, actually. We did like a fake keyboard and stuff like that. So we were kind of creative with it. Oh my gosh.
We have other matching stuff. We have friendship necklaces.
Mm-hmm. We do. I still have that.
Yeah, mine are on Belle, which I'm not sure where Belle is, actually. I think she's with Dumpy.
Lost her?
I didn't lose her. She's somewhere. Belle is my stuffed dog from Build-A-Bear from like
so
50 years ago. All right. So that was my little show and tell for our birthdays.
Oh my god, it's so funny. You should have told me that you were going to show that.
I didn't think about it till right now. All right. Our next topic is COVID-19, the coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
So
that has ruined so many plans.
What has been the biggest change for you?
I guess just having to wear a mask every single day. It's kind of annoying, but like I wear it because of precautions. Like make sure you guys wear your masks. Like be precautious, wear your mask, have hand sanitizer, all that. But yeah, I don't know. It made me more of a homebound. Because you know, I'm already a homebound, but maybe more of a homebound. Yeah, I don't know. And yeah, I don't know. It's just, I did more like stay at home things, not really much of going out. Yeah. What about you?
So I kind of remember when it all started in like December, like people talking about it and stuff. And oh gosh, I can't remember what my spring classes were.
Oh gosh.
I think I took microbiology in the spring.
Okay.
And so we were kind of keeping track of it, talking about it week by week until it became really serious in March. And I was actually home for spring break when they finally announced that the rest of the semester would be online.
Right.
So I thought it was strange how serious they were taking it at first, because there were only 17 cases. I don't know why I picked that number.
Honestly, I would have chose that number too.
A handful of cases, and I think there weren't any cases in North Carolina at the time, and they were just straight up like, all right, we're shutting everything down. And so I thought that was really strange.
Oh, so there weren't any cases when it first started coming out in North Carolina?
No, I think, but it was one of the first states to have a case, because someone from Oregon, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, there was like a big case, like an outbreak in Oregon with a senior home, and then someone who's working at the senior home came home to I almost said Pennsylvania.
You're not here no more.
And then someone came to North Carolina and announced that they were quarantined for 2 weeks because they tested positive. So I remember North Carolina being one of the first states to have a case. And now we're in phase 2.0. 2.5, I think, 2.5.
Yeah, I don't know where we're at. I just know that we're still having it.
And I've been home ever since. I didn't go out for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Which definitely drove me a little stir crazy. Just being stuck at home every day with Lolly.
Yeah. Honestly, just being stuck at home with your siblings, kind of like, it's a challenge.
And then, yeah, just when readjusting to going back out into the world was, you have to remember to wear your mask. And every time we go back in the car, it's just, where's the hand sanitizer? Give me the hand sanitizer.
Right. I agree.
But I'm glad we're implementing these things. What I'm really curious about is, like, with how much people have been taking care of sanitizing everything and wiping down stuff, like how many other cases of just like the regular flu have been going on this year, and how many cases of I don't know, bacterial infections and stuff.
That's true. Yeah, because if everyone is following the like hand sanitizer and being like cautious with like just getting rid of bacteria and stuff like that, I don't know, maybe there will be like less cases of all those types of diseases and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say, I'm glad that Flora and I are both at the point where, like, we don't have kids to worry about homeschooling.
Oh my gosh, yes. That'd be too crazy.
Yeah, I could not imagine raising a child right now.
No.
Okay. Have you had any close calls with COVID? Like, anybody you know has gotten it or anything?
I don't think so. I think I knew someone like in my work area who like knew someone of someone who had positive COVID, and someone who person with positive COVID who knew that someone visited my coworker, and were like, oh, that person had positive, but they went to go check, and I think they got negative, and she went to go check too, and she has negative. So no. I'm gonna say no. I am still good. I never encountered anyone with COVID yet. Ever, never. What about you?
Not really, I do have a story.
Oh no.
So towards the beginning, I can't even remember at this point. Maybe it was March, maybe it was last month. Well, it wasn't last month. Somewhere at the beginning, towards the beginning, my mom was, she is an essential worker, so she still goes to work every single day. And I remember at the beginning, there was one morning where my dad, he was just like, all right, get up. We gotta scrub everything. We're mopping the floor. We're wiping down everything, freaking out. And we had Paula and we had Dee, who are both susceptible. And so he was telling them, just stay in the room. Don't come out here. Don't touch anything.
There's a fly around.
And so we were wiping down everything. And he was like, Mom felt really bad last night. She might be sick. I slept on the couch last night. So, she was sick. She wasn't sure what it was. They were still, coming out with symptoms of what COVID had. And so it was before she got tested. I don't know at what point she got it tested. But for 2 weeks, it was just her in her room and my dad sleeping on the couch. And for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I had to make her plate and bring it to her room. And then I had to wear gloves, and we kept like a separate plate and fork and cup for her before my dad was like, all right, we'll just get plastic plates and cups for her.
That's funny.
So she got tested. She went out and got tested. She was terrible about staying in quarantine because when nobody's watching, she would sneak outside and just sit outside because she was sitting in the sun.
That's funny.
But eventually she did. She got cleared. She didn't have COVID. She was negative. I don't know what she had. Maybe it was just a flu or a stomach bug. But, I'm glad she was fine.
Yeah. It's a funny story, but like a serious story. Like, that's like someone like really, really close that could have been.
They could have had it, yeah.
Yeah, I could have had it.
But we're all good.
That's good.
She's definitely concerned with, us going back to school. She packed us a bunch of masks to go. She buys us hand sanitizer every time she comes.
Yeah. Yeah, no. My parents are also like wary. Like, they don't even want me to go to my college, and I'm like, I have to go, and they're like, you're like, you have to make sure you sanitize the desk and stuff like that. I'm like, yes, they provide wipes, and like I go and grab them, I like wipe it off and stuff like that. I'm very cautious of myself. Like, I don't know. I guess you could call me a germaphobe. I'm not really a germaphobe, but like,
this has made everyone a germaphobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely, when I pump gas now, I put the gloves on, touch everything. I feel like, man, I should wipe this for the next person, but I'm not going to.
Yeah. Honestly.
Have you been following along with the political side of COVID?
I don't really pay attention to the political stuff that's going on, especially for right now. It's just because it's very controversial and stuff like that. But I mean, we're doing this podcast, right? Have you?
I haven't. Just, I'm aware that it's being handled poorly by America. And it's unfortunate that it falls into our election year.
Yes. Yeah. Which is weird. Like, what are the timings?
Yeah. All right. Our last little thing here is talking about our favorite songs recently.
Recent favorite songs. You can go first because I've been going first.
So recently, Miss Taylor Swift released her album Folklore, and I've been listening to it. And then when I'm not listening to Folklore, I go back and listen to the rest of her albums. It's so good.
So Selena Gomez has been coming out with songs too. And I like Past Life from her. yeah, I don't know. Like Selena is like one of the people that I always like catch up with in the music and stuff like that. Even since I was like a kid and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Past Lives is a pretty good song. So if you haven't heard it, go and hear it. The music video is actually pretty interesting. So yeah, I don't know.
All right, that is it for our first podcast.
Hope you guys enjoyed our combo. We probably added more things to it, but it's our first time, so.
If you come up with any ideas for us to talk about, any topics, or if you know just want to fight me and Flora, we'll fight. You let us know and comment and like and subscribe and all that jazz. Yeah, tune in next time.
Bye.